Okay, so we have the capability of capturing data that is being submitted for fill in the blanks. Let's work on the other ones. For instance, be able to capture the question, whether it's true, false, and perhaps the multiple choice. So let's work on on this easy one, the true, false. Right. So basically, what I'd like to be able to do first of all is to make sure that these are mutually exclusive. Right. Apparently, they don't belong to the same group. So we'll need to use the same technique that we used earlier for the multiple choice to make the true false also unique mutually exclusive. So let's take a look at how we're rendering the true false question. So here's, where are they? True false question. There we go. If we look at the HTML, we will notice that when we render the input fields, we are not making them part of the same. They don't have the same name, so the browser doesn't know that they're part of the same group. So what we're going to do is to tell the browser that they should be mutually exclusive. We'll make them the same name. Right? We'll say that the name, right, needs to be a unique identifier, but it's the same for both. Right? So the unique identifier that we have so far is the ID of the question itself. Right, so that's how we're going to make it so that we know if it's part of the same question. So we'll use a question. So this will be a question dot and then underscore ID, and then the same thing for the other field. So now when it renders, we can show that these are mutually exclusive. Right? All right. So what I'd like to be able to do now is that on the server, I know whether this question is supposed to be true or false, or do I? I don't remember. Do we have that on the server? Probably not. Let's see on the database, what do we have? Yeah, for instance, what I did is manually add to the question whether this question is supposed to be true or not. Right? So this true or false question, notice that it has an is true as part of the schema, right? Meaning that the correct answer to this is that it is true. Right? Other ones will be false, false, true, true, false, whatever. Right? So we need to be able to compare whatever the user actually selected and put that in the model so that we can send it over to the server. So just like we are capturing the answers, the blank answers, fill in the blank answers, we need to capture the true, false answer. Right? So let's do that. Let's on the client side, what we can do is as we click on one of these, on any one of these, we would like to keep track on whether you answer true or false. What we could do is, for instance, notify the component, the controller. We can notify saying that selected true, for instance. Right? We can tell the component, hey, they selected true or they selected false. Right? And this could drive the field that we want to eventually put in as an answer to this component. Right? So back in the component, we can handle that event handler. We can say, was it selected? So selected, and then true or false. We can say question, or this question, this dot question. We can say that the true, false answer is whatever they actually selected. So we're storing it as part of the question itself, right, before we send it over. Right? So let's try it out. Let's select an actual value. Well, let's select maybe true, right, and then do a submit. We submit. Let's look at what got printed to the console. And let's look for the question, the true, false question. Which one was it? I forget. There it is, right? Notice that indeed, here it is true, true. Probably we want to remove that from the server, right? So that it doesn't get to the client, right? Otherwise, again, somebody could look at what the right answer could be here in the request. And notice that we did select true, false to be able to true. Let's verify this is actually working. if instead I select false and I do a submit, let's take a look at the question. Is it this one? Yeah, notice that the answer that I provided was false. See that? Excellent. So we have enough for fill in the blanks. We have enough for true, false. Let's take a look at maybe the multiple choice. Okay, let's look at that now.